Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 10 of Follow a Sketch February, a hop started by Scrapping Reflections, which is Sandy, also State Goddess if you follow her on YouTube. And Liz Qualman, I think is how you say it, is who created this sketch. And I am going to use it to document these two pictures of my son and I playing Operation. Kinda. I am going to use Simple Stories Family Fun. I bought these on purpose. Specifically for, obviously I bought them on purpose, specifically for these pictures. I have a bunch of game night pictures that I have taken over the first few months that I moved into our new apartment. And we had game night often with friends and family. And so I bought this one and the Echo Park one, because I knew that they would come in handy. So I'm very excited that I'm going to use up some scraps and get some of these embellishments used up. And then there's like this little line, which is perfect for using little bits and pieces, which of course I keep. I know. And so I'm going to use the little bits and pieces for that kind of thing. I've got a white background to get me started, and this black star background that I trimmed out from something else. So I have my papers, my embellishments, I have my pictures and my sketch. So let's see how this goes. So this went together pretty quickly, even though ah, bless. I think that I have lost my marbles sometimes. So I decided to use these tags where on the sketch looks like there's two layers of little paper bits on the bottom right. And then there's two more little paper bits to the left. And then, of course, there's a little journaling tag. So here's my kind of plan right here. And I thought I would try to map my pictures on this. This is a 4.5 by 6.5 matte stack. And I don't know if you can tell really well right now, but I love watching Sandy, who started Scrapping Reflections and owns a company, Scrapping Reflections. It's a store. Anyway, so she loves to emboss, and I love watching it. It is so fun and magical to watch. I'm not great at it. It's messy, and I don't like too much mess, and like glitter doesn't come into my space except in glue. So this black matte stack, and you'll see it when it gets, I got to do a close-up, is bordered in gold embossing powder. I played with the embossing powder not that long ago. Well, it's been a little while, and this has been sitting in my stash waiting for the perfect moment, and this is it. So in the sketch, the pictures are not together, at least it doesn't look like it, but they're going to be for me because I wanted to use that, and I did not want to cut it in half because obviously the inside parts would not be embossed and it would look ridiculous. So I want to map my tag because it's got that white on it and it's going to blend right into the background. And I could have inked it, but I decided to mat it on this black, and this is just packaging, obviously, from where I bought some paper at Hobby Lobby. And so I went ahead, and before I taped down or adhesed my pictures to that white mat, I wrote the date directly on my tag. Normally I write it on a little post-it note or something near me, but since I already had the tag picked out and I knew I was going to be using it for journaling, I went ahead and wrote the date at the top. I sometimes impress myself. So I faff around with this a lot. Like, I cut a lot of the faffing. So this probably could have been easier if I had not, didn't want to cover the bottom of my picture from where I had done the embossing. And B, I didn't want to cover the tags that I chose to use. So I put the tags down further, and I'm going to actually cover those little rectangular layered bits. And that's fine. It's perfectly fine. I use those because I had little bits and pieces that were perfect for trimming up. The other problem I have is I don't want to leave a weird gap underneath the picture. And there is a weird gap if I put the picture down where it really should be. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to end up covering pretty much all of that checkered paper right there. And then I almost, with the tag or that little journaling bit, if I had done that, I might have covered most of that up too. So I've moved things around a few times. I'm going to pull some stuff up and tuck some things in. Good thing this stuff is repositionable because I moved stuff so much. But I like the way that it ended up. It is mostly like the sketch minus the fact that I have some things underneath instead of on top. But I just did not want to cover up that beautiful gold embossing, the very little bit I've ever done. I have purchased some things that I'm hoping will make it easier and less messy. And I do have a Tim Holtz Mixed Medium mat, so I'm hoping that that will make it easier because the little itty bitty bits of the embossing powder will just wipe smoothly off of it and not get caught up in all the little grooves in that, like the green mat behind there. So, see, now I told you, I moved things around so many times. When I put that little stack of games down, that one in the middle says Dr. Doctor. That's why I wanted to use this collection. That one embellishment. Anyway, so I didn't want, there was a weird gap between the little checkered paper and where the top of those games were. But if I tucked it in anymore, I either was going to cover the corner of the picture in that embossing powder, or I was going to cover up part of that Dr. Doctor board game, which obviously was the point of me using this collection. So I didn't want to do that, so I just moved the little checkered thing down, and then I end up bringing another checkered bit in that I didn't have originally, and I tuck it, or I put it over there on the right side. Not right now, it's on the left side, but so I get that over there, and that helps because I've not lost as much of that pattern. So I put the little banners up here, and I use this Miss Grossman's, I don't know what I was just doing. Lord have mercy. I would use that little black strip of adhesive sticker is from Miss Grossman's. They're probably 15 years old, maybe older than that. Put that down, and it was crooked, so I tried to fix it, and I did fix it a little bit. It's still a little wonky, but I am much happier with it now. I was going to use the word play right there, but it's too big, and then the way it was going to lay over that teal banner was going to look really weird. Like the bottom of the banner was going to come out underneath the word or something. It was going to look strange. So I decided I would pull the word fun out instead, because I do already have let's play. So if I put play up above that, then it would have been play, let's play. And so I thought fun would be better anyway, as well as it fit better. There wasn't really anything on this puffy stickers that I wanted, because I do plan on creating a layout about going putt-putt golfing. So all of that stuff I want to leave, and I do have some embellishments that like of other games and puzzles and things like that. We go to the movies a lot, so I didn't want to use the popcorn and all that. And then I put this little word phrase down here. I couldn't tell you what it says, but when you do when I get the close-ups, you'll see it. And then I put these little stars down here. I've already put a cluster of enamel dots up there by the Let's Play. And I covered both my tag holes because no naked tag holes. And I put that little word winner right there. And the irony of it all is there was no winner in this game. It wasn't working. The batteries were dead. I have had it for 15 years. The batteries were dead. And so we just played it. And any time it looked like my kid hit the thing, I just went, meh, and scared him. Much louder than that. I didn't want to do it as loud as I did for him. I got out Harvest Moon mica spray from Tim Holtz and splattered that in these spaces. I don't like white space, guys. And I do journal off camera, and it just says exactly what I just said, pretty much, that he wanted to play it so bad, and so we went ahead and played, and I just kept an eye on him. And if he got close and I could tell he touched, I just went, I told him he would not enjoy that game if it was for real because he would freak out and get mad and walk away. So even after all these years, though, I think we're only missing one body part, so not too shabby. So here are the close-ups, and I had so much fun creating this, and walking down memory lane and remembering just from this past summer. So always entertaining. This kid is always entertaining. So, anyhow, I hope that you all had a fabulous time and enjoyed my fabulous story. And I hope that you all will come back again tomorrow because I will be here with more layout. And check out the hashtag that is in the description box because you can find all of the amazing sketches and the other people who are creating with that hashtag. So, have a fantastic day and happy scrapping.